Pictures up!
Pictures up. Action!
She's our 11-year-old movie guru, watching movies that we watched as kids, and it was a different time. It was a different time. I don't know if kids these days generally watch facey, melty off movies.
I'm not too
actually.
sure. Yeah, I think they do.
I mean, a lot of people who like M-rated movies and all those like horror movies probably would enjoy this very much, but it's definitely very, how do I do this in the most PG way? Very bloody.
Yeah.
At one point, Indiana Jones, he's fighting a guy, and there's an airplane, and it's coming, and the propeller's going, and the guy doesn't know. So Indiana Jones smiles, does a little see you later thing, and then just walks away, and the guy gets chopped up. So that was very traumatizing.
Yeah, I remember that scene. The plane's gone. The plane's on its own. There's no one flying the plane, is there?
No, there is Marion, but she doesn't know how to fly the
she gets
plane.
locked in the cockpit, and she can't. Are you
What
remembering
could
any
be
of this?
more terrifying than that?
That's my dream come true.
Yeah,
That.
I think there was like an oil spill as well.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
a
going
bunch
up.
of trucks were going off and flame quickly going towards the plane.
Yep.
Indiana grabbed Marion and they ran for their lives as cool explosions happened.
This is great. This is great. I'm hearing it all. That's fantastic. Do you remember it at all, G?
Look, I would remember it as I watched it, but I can't remember specific bits from it right now.
Doesn't like snakes, does he, Indiana?
No, he doesn't. At the very first scene where Indiana gets in a friend's plane, he says, "There's a big snake in the plane, Jock." And Jock, who is flying the plane, he's like, "Oh, that's my pet snake, Reggie." And then Indiana's like, "I hate snakes, Jock. I hate them." And then Jock says, "Come on, show a little backbone, will ya?"
That's called foreshadowing. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. And that's just planting in your head at that point, Indiana, no like snakes.
Yeah.
This will pop up again at some stage.
So there's a bunch of other animals. Bats, camels, cats, horses, a monkey, a mule, rat, snake, an asp, a boa constrictor, a cobra, and, sorry for those people that don't like spiders, a tarantula.
Yeah. Isn't the monkey a Nazi?
He's not an actual Nazi, actually. In fact, getting it to salute was actually quite tricky. They had to dangle a grape over the monkey's head to try and get it to reach up, and it took 50 takes to get it right. 50 takes. Imagine just standing there doing the same thing over and over again. Well, the silly monkey just doesn't do what he's told. He just dances off and just tries to eat a grape. And he's like, "No, I will never salute." And then eventually he does, and then that's how we got the movie.
Gina, do you remember the scene from Indiana Jones? So much of it's coming back to me in this one. He's going to have this massive sword fight with a dude, and then it ends really quickly.
I don't remember. Can you just remind me?
I remember that part.
Because you watched it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I did. Quick little lead here. So they filmed in Tunisia pretending it was Egypt for the movie. And that stretch of the shoot was a disaster. Basically, everybody got sick, including Ford. He was feeling particularly ill the day he was supposed to have a lengthy sword fight with one of the baddies. Ford wasn't up to it physically, so they reworked it so Indiana just shot the sword-wielding villain instead, and an iconic movie moment was born.
Remember the dude comes out and he's twirling a sword.
And then Indiana just goes like, wow.
Classic scene, and it was all because Indiana was feeling sick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That is so cool. How did you feel about, let's jump to the end of the movie where all the face melting happens.
Marion, don't look at it. Shut your eyes, Marion. Don't look at it no matter what happens.
Did you know that was coming?
Yeah. My sister gave me a heads up while we were watching the movie as a family. Mum and Dad were fine with it. Me and Zara were a little bit traumatized and Sissy was just having a nap in the corner.
Sorry, the dog's just having a nap. Good to know.
So Zara told me, heads up, melting faces. And I'm like, what? And she's like, just kidding. It's only wax that's actually sped up to make it look like the faces are melting. And I'm like, hold on. Those faces, that's wax?
That's great. What a nice older sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once you know
She
it's
could have
wax.
just let me be traumatized for the rest of my life. But actually,
She could have.
no,
There was
she's a good
definitely an
sister.
option there, as your parents were quite happy to do. But your sister is looking out for you, and that's nice. All right, Lulu, you've taken us back to Indiana Jones. There are a couple more movies of Indiana Jones as well. There's a new one coming out soon too, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Lulu, let's get to it. The rating out of 10.
Well, I think Indiana Jones, it was pretty good, kept me on the edge of my seat. It was very entertaining, very funny. So I think I should give it a 8.5 out of 10.
All right!
Great rating.
And we don't know what's up for next week because Mum's got to make the decision. You go off, watch some other 80s movie, and then we'll catch you next week.
Okay, see ya. Lulu, the movie guru, is out to catch the bus. Go, go, go.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See ya.